I beat Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the worst cart possible. Welcome to the Hard Way Games, where we play games the hard way, for no reason of course. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the largest and most recent Mario Kart game, with 56 tracks so far and 24 more on the way, as well as 36 characters, 23 carts, 17 bikes, 21 wheels, and 14 gliders. Needless to say, with all the different tracks and parts, there are a nearly endless amount of combinations. But to play it the hardest way, we had to find the worst out of the 8,064 different combos. Thankfully, someone already figured it out, Jopes. Make sure to check out his video after this one. Anyway, the conclusion he came to was that the worst cart was the Badwagon, the worst wheels were the metal wheels, and the worst glider was the Hylian kite. So, I decided to use these horrible parts together to form the worst cart combination possible, which I would take into an online lobby with the goal of winning one race. At first glance, this seems like a simple task, but then you realize that most people playing Mario Kart Online are very serious about it. Luckily, since I don't play Mario Kart Online, my ranking was pretty low, so I didn't have to deal with lobbies full of all-out sweats. Also, online, it shuffles between all of the tracks, and you only get 3 choices, as well as a random choice, and then it randomly picks from everyone in the lobby. Most of the time, I chose random, because I figured I had a chance to win on any map with this combination. The track I ended up winning on was Toad Harbor, and I can't wait to walk you through how I did it. But with all that said, let's get into the race. The race started as most Mario Kart races do, with a rocket start. If you've never played Mario Kart before, a rocket start is when you hold down the accelerate button right after the 2 shows up on the screen and get a boost at the start of the race, which helps me a lot considering this kart's horrible acceleration. I continued the race as normal until I tried to take a shortcut, but got knocked into the water instead, which took me from 1st to 11th in one fell swoop. I knew that if I wanted to get back into the race, I needed a good item, which I got. Mushrooms are some of the best items in Mario Kart, since not only do they give you speed boosts to pass large groups, but they also allow you to take shortcuts, which is great. But it gets better. At the next item box, I got 3 more mushrooms, which should easily allow me to make my way back to the front. I used the first 2 mushrooms pretty well to get to about 5th, but some poor decisions with the last 2 kept me from getting further. And so I finished the first lap safely in 4th place after a good pass near the line. Going into lap 2, I knew I had a chance to win the race, so I tried the shortcut again and ended up in 2nd. But with low coins and no items, I got passed again and ended up back in 4th, right as I was getting another item. The double item this time got me 3 more mushrooms and a star, which basically gives me the speed of a mushroom for a long time and invincibility, so I knew it was my time to strike. I used all of my items to get back to 6th, where I got another 2 items. One was a golden mushroom, which is about 25 mushrooms. Yeah, it's kind of OP. Not only that, I also got a bowl of Bill, and with both items, I made it to 2nd, right at the end of lap 2. With the boost from those last 2 items, I was catching up to 1st place and fast. I could see Dan, the Yoshi from Brazil, right ahead of me, and when I needed it the most, I got 3 red shells from the item box, used one of them, and took the lead with half the lap left. I was begging not to get blue shelled as I raced to the finish line, and I'll just let the gameplay speak for itself. That's right, Dan passed me right when the blue shell approached, allowing me to take back the lead and finish the race. Just like my Mario Party challenge, which is another video you should watch after this one, this challenge is really fun and a whole new way to take on the game, with very minimal setup. All you need is a copy of the game and a Nintendo Switch Online subscription, and you can see how hard it is yourself, which I highly recommend. And if you want to see more challenges of your favorite games, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss another video, and leave a comment of what game you want me to try next. And that's how I beat Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the worst cart possible.